Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and this is another one of my Living Consciously videos. I'm so happy to share this with you. Uh, the tribute today is to the Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She truly has been one of my heroes. She is a woman. Her stature was very, very small. She was only 5 feet tall. She weighed 100 pounds, but she basically had an enormous impact on us as a society, on the United States, for the rights that she uh, dedicated her life to, women's rights, and for the LGBTQ rights. So it was in her uh, memory that I want to dedicate this today's session. There have been a couple things that have come up in the paper that have really been kind of sad in a sense, because effectively 3 days, several days before she died, her granddaughter was talking to her, and her granddaughter was Clara Spera, and her granddaughter asked her specifically, "Is there anything that you want to say to the public at this time?" And she said, "Yes, I do." And so she gave her one sentence. Typical Ruth Bader Ginsburg economy of words, have every word mean something. Her sentence was, "My most fervent wish is that I will not be replaced until a new president has been installed." My most fervent wish. This woman dedicated 27 years of her life to the court. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Karen. Welcome. I truly feel that her wish should be honored. And I really, I just wanted to share with you the next words that her granddaughter said to her. She typed her words into her computer. She read them back to Ruth, and then she asked her if there was anything else that she wanted to say. And Ruth said, "No, that my life's work is a matter of public record," because basically she knows that all the opinions that she's written have been posted and are available. She is one of the most documented minds in our history, I feel. Her dissents were absolute unbelievably powerful dissents. So every single time there was a ruling that was 5-4, and she was in the minority, she was the one chosen to write the dissent. And her words are extremely powerful. I feel that she had received a little bit of the glory and the tribute that was due her just prior to her death. When Sandra Day O'Connor, who had been the first woman elected to the Supreme Court, when Sandra Day O'Connor basically retired in 2006, Ruth Bader Ginsburg then for 3 years was the sole person on the court, and sole female, I should say, on the court. and thought that that was uh, a horrible image, that here come these very, she said, men, 8 men of a certain stature, uh, certainly taller than her. She was 5 foot and she weighed 100 pounds. And here she comes, the lone female, this tiny little woman at the end. And those 3 years were, she said, the worst years of her life. She did not like being the sole woman, but there was no opportunity for another person to be appointed to the Supreme Court until 2009, and that was when Obama appointed Sonia Sotomayor. And then again in 2010, Elena Kagan. So for 2 men who retired, Obama appointed 2 women. And that was a very joyful time in her life. She, being the second woman appointed to the Supreme Court, she was an amazing influence, because even in her very, very quiet attitude and in the dignity that she brought to the court, every single uh, person that read any article about her would read something to that they would reference her work. So it was it was a really wonderful thing that we did get attention for the brilliance of her mind. And it actually was a law student named Shana, and I believe I'm pronouncing this correctly, Niznik. It's KN, but I think it's Niznik, who nicknamed her Notorious RBG. And that was after the rapper Notorious B.I.G., who actually came from Brooklyn, where RBG came from. And one of the lovely statements that I read, welcome Valerie, is that she was a first generation American on her mother's side and a second generation American on her father's side. And she credited America with giving her the opportunity to rise to the stature that she rose to. She basically said, only in America. She was as strong-willed as anybody that is on this earth, because basically she beat cancer 4 times. She came down with colon cancer in 1999, pancreatic cancer in 2009. She had a corona stent in 2014, broken ribs in 2018, and again, lung cancer that I guess reoccurred in 2018. And she, in the one of the statements that I read that I want to share with you, which I absolutely loved, was that you can't have truth without the word Ruth in it. Just think. Ruth, truth. Her word, her name is encased in the word truth. I just thought that was fantastic. And the gal I had mentioned, the one who gave her the title Notorious RBG, Shana biography, written in 2015 that instantly became a bestseller, also called Notorious RBG. And in 2016, a book for children came out called I Dissent because she wrote such powerful dissents. And I totally encourage you to go on Google. You can find anything on Google and read some of the dissents for some of the things that she argued for that did not pass in the Supreme Court. And then in 2018, the documentary of her life, uh, RBG, came out. And then in 2018, in December, On the Basis of Sex. This was one of the five cases that she argued in front of the Supreme Court from 1973 to 1978. So if you haven't seen it, again, I completely encourage you to see it. Absolutely love the comment. I just took a very short clip of the Dahlia Lithwick. She wrote for the Atlantic Monthly, and the Atlantic Monthly has been in the news recently because of an article by Jeff Goldberg. But in 2019, Dahlia Lithwick wrote, because people were saying, how can this little unassuming woman have all of a sudden be in the news everywhere and have so much attention drawn to her? And this is what Dahlia said of her. She said, and I'm only going to take a tiny bit of her statement: women are starved for models of females, of influence, of authenticity, dignity, and voice. Dot, dot, dot. Embodied. She is the embodiment of hope for an empowered future. I loved that. And I just wanted to end with the fact that the gal who works for me, Donna Bright, has a 5-year-old granddaughter who cried hysterically when she found out that she had passed, because from the time she was 3, her favorite bedtime story was having stories read to her about empowered women. And so, of course, Ruth was one of her heroes. And for Halloween last year, she was Frida. I think her last name is Kahlo, the painter. And again, a very strong woman. And so I I just feel that she has been and will continue to be an absolutely phenomenal influence on the females that are going to follow in her path. The females that follow in law school, the females that follow in all the places, the VMI, the Virginia Military Institute, the Armed Forces, the Ivy League schools, all the private colleges where she was instrumental in getting the laws changed from all male to allowing female. And I feel, again, she's one of the best people that exemplify the words of my book, Own Your Power. I wrote that with the help of spirit. Every word was guided, and every word tells us not to cower under the threat of domination by forces that are beyond our control, because virtually nothing is beyond our control. Nothing is impossible to us. We are strong, we are capable, we are brilliant, And we can, just to use Ruth's name, we can fight for truth. I thank you for watching. I'm so pleased to be able to do this. Chances are I'll find yet one more tribute to her, and I will see you on, I guess I'll see you on, today is Wednesday, so I'll see you on Friday. Thank you.